Recap: it was a hard-fought postseason battle featuring a couple of crazy plot twists and an extra period, the type of bout befitting of two bitter longtime rivals. In the end, the Boston Celtics' late-game execution, embodied by the lone all-star left standing on their roster, proved to be a decisive separator. Scoring 11 of his 13 points between the fourth quarter and overtime, Al Horford helped the Celtics fend off the Sixers 101-98 in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals series between the Atlantic Division foes. Horford's determined layup on the block with 5.5 seconds to go in OT put the Celts in front, 99-98. His steal on the Sixers' ensuing possession dashed the hopes for Brett Brown's club Saturday, and gave Boston a 3-0 advantage in the best-of-7 set. Some key turnovers at the end hurt us, said Brown. It was a bounce pass from Ben Simmons to Joel Embiid at the top of the key on a sideline inbounds play, however, that sealed the Sixers' fate. Staying glued to Embiid, Horford read Simmons' pass, adjusted his coverage accordingly, deflected the ball with his right hand, gathered it up, and raced across midcourt, where he was fouled by Embiid. The sequence netted Horford a pair of free throws, and erased what could have been a go-ahead scoring opportunity for the Sixers. Marco Bellinelli missed a 30-foot heave at the buzzer, and Boston escaped. I think we all understood what was at stake, said Horford, who hauled in 6 rebounds and blocked 3 shots. I always try and stay in the moment as much as I can. We really just tried to stay focused on each play, and go from there. The Sixers committed 2 other untimely turnovers of note. The first was on an errant J.J. Redick pass with 4.7 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and led to a tie-breaking Jaylen Brown running layup. In improbable fashion, the Sixers forced overtime thanks to an off-balance 2-point corner jump shot from Bellinelli as time was running out. Then, in OT, with the Sixers clinging to a 2-point lead, 98-96, Embiid threw the ball away, which resulted in Horford ultimately drawing a foul, and towing the line. He missed his first attempt, then made his second. Embiid was off the mark on a fadeaway jumper at the elbow the Sixers' next trip down the court. Simmons grabbed the board, but couldn't put it back. The Celtics cleaned the glass, and called timeout. After a reset, Horford delivered his heroics, and the key layup. Very frustrated, said Simmons, who tallied 16 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. At the same time, we've got to look on to the next game. We've got to get it, obviously. It's going to be hard, but we're up for the challenge. Game 4 will be held Monday at the Center, with the Sixers fighting to keep a breakout promising season alive. Embiid paced the Sixers with 22 points, 10-26 FG, 0-1-3 FG, 2-3 feet, and 19 rebounds. He became the first Sixer since the team made its run to the finals in 2001 to register a 20-point, 19-rebound game in the playoffs. Dikembe Mutombo, 23 PTS, 19 Reb. 3rd of June 2001 vs. Mill. The 24-year-old 7-footer is now also the first Sixer since Mutombo in 2001 to register double-doubles in 5 consecutive postseason contests. Embiid was reluctant to pin the Saturday's outcome solely on the Sixers' youth. We made mistakes, said the All-Star. It doesn't matter how old we are. It doesn't matter that we've never been in this position. Give Boston a lot of credit. I hate to say it was youth. In all, the Sixers committed 15 turnovers, to the Celtics 13. Each team generated 17 points off turnovers. Heading into Saturday's tilt in South Philadelphia, the Sixers' hope was that a change of scenery would help catalyze a reversal of fortunes. At the outset of the night, the possibility seemed very real. Behind a 12-0 spurt, the Sixers held a 20-19 advantage through one quarter. Another strong finish to the second period, this time via a 13-0 run, propelled the hosts into the intermission break with a 51-48 edge. Boston, which ended the regular season with the NBA's top-rated defense, clamped down in the third frame, and was up 69-68 going into the fourth. For the duration of regulation, the Sixers and Celtics would play at a margin of 3 points or less. A long two from Redick sent the Sixers ahead, 85-83, with 1:46 left. Bellinelli supplied a pair of foul shots with 41.2 seconds to go to break another tie, but the Celts kept coming. In crunch time, Boston's efforts were aided greatly by Jason Tatum. The 2017 No.3 pick reached the 20-point mark in Games 1 and 2 of the series, and he deposited a game-high 24 points on Saturday. 13 of those points were scored between the fourth quarter and overtime. Turning point, the final minute of both regulation and overtime loomed large in Saturday's loss at the Center. The Sixers committed one turnover on a J.J. Redick pass with 4.7 seconds left in regulation. Boston got a go-ahead transition layup from Jaylen Brown out of the giveaway. In the waning moments of Saturday's overtime, there was a pair of miscues in the final 46 seconds, too. Brett Brown acknowledged that the late turnovers hurt the Sixers, however, he wouldn't go as far as to chalk them up exclusively to a matter of inexperience. "The last thing I want to do is lean on youth," he said. "I don't want to do that. Unfortunate timing, for sure," said Redick, when asked Saturday about the Sixers' turnovers. "Sometimes, plays like that happen. One, in the fourth quarter, and the one at the end of the game, just really unfortunate timing." X factors. A significant part of the Sixers' success in the playoffs has been tied to three-point shooting. Saturday, after coming up empty on its first 7 heaves from beyond the arc, the team nailed 2 tries in a row, and then 6 of 10 attempts in the second quarter. Following the halftime break, the Sixers sunk only one of their final 11 shots from deep. "The fact is, the Boston Celtics do expose some of our weaknesses," said Brett Brown. "The abundance of three-point shots we were used to getting in the regular season, and a little bit in the Miami series, doesn't happen as frequently." He again was used off the bench, and again was having his minutes monitored. But for the second time in as many outings, Jaylen Brown, the 2016 No. 3 pick who missed Game 1 of the series with a hamstring injury, made his presence felt. The swingman relied on a pair of layups to score Boston's final 4 points of the fourth quarter, with the second basket giving the season 89-87 lead with 1.7 seconds showing on the clock. Brown notched 16 points on 6 for 12 shooting, including 3 three-pointers, plus 9 rebounds and 2 blocks in 29 minutes. Marco Bellinelli's 36 minutes Saturday against Boston represented his highest total to date in this year's playoffs. He produced 12 points off the bench, and was entrusted with critical minutes on the wing late in the fourth quarter, and in overtime. His plus 15 rating was second best among all players, from either the Sixers or Celtics, in Saturday's contest. Other storylines: cause for confetti. Marco Bellinelli's turnaround, one-legged baseline jump shot as time expired in the fourth quarter sent the center, and its sold-out crowd of 20,758, into delirious celebration. Heck, confetti even started to rain down from the rafters. There was one catch, though. The Italian's clutch connection was a 2, and not a 3, as it originally seemed to be. In a timeout that preceded the basket, Brett Brown designed the play to be a walk-off three-pointer. "I thought it was. I actually left the court," Brown said. He certainly wasn't alone in thinking the Sixers had ended Saturday's game right then and there. "We were happy, but we had a bigger goal to finish overtime." Joel Embiid said of the team's mindset after it learned Bellinelli had only tied the game, instead of win it. "We were happy to push it to overtime, went right back to the bench, and stayed focused." Development opportunity. Despite the Sixers going winless through their first 3 games of the Eastern Conference Semifinals, Ben Simmons, whose individual efforts this season have been as impactful as anyone's in respect to the franchise's turnaround, feels he'll stand to benefit in the long term from the challenges he and his club currently face. "Got a lot of growing to do," said the Aussie. "This is the first season I've played, first time I've played in the playoffs. I'm learning a lot. It's a great opportunity for me and my team. We're all learning together." Quotes of note: Brett Brown, on mindset of team. "I believe, if we can maintain our spirit, why couldn't we be the one? That's my goal, to fight." Coach speaks about the odds of being down 3-0. Twitter.com/KickPsychAxer, Philadelphia 76ers, @Sixers, May 6, 2018. Sixers social: Marco Bellinelli has proven to be a master of the off-balance fadeaway jumper, and with time running out in regulation, man, did the Sixers need one. The Italian delivered. Clutch pick. Twitter.com/guideofQC7LH, Philadelphia 76ers, @Sixers, May 5, 2018. Up next, the Sixers and Boston will battle again in South Philadelphia on Monday. The fourth game of the second-round series is another early start, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.